Hi, I wish you a magnificent day. When you think of the Half-Life 2 beta, you either think of those dark and gritty TikTok edits or bullshit like this, but besides unfinished maps later turned into the retail maps, there are tons of other gimmicky maps. I'm talking like the zombie on zombie violence ring, Hazard or Iggy Pop, but those maps have been overtucked to fucking death. That's why today we'll be talking about all the other bizarre Half-Life 2 beta maps. Stuff ranging from cool shit to cool piss. But before we start, join my Discord server. And thanks to the Half-Life 2 Beta Mega Build team for, well, Half-Life 2 Beta Mega Build. And also D1 Epic Player for helping me out with this video. And finally my YouTube supporters, Hashok and 404 Not Found. I'd like to first mention the false advertising of this video, as there is a shit ton of these maps. They're all separated to different map packs based on their year of the creation. In this vid, I'll be only showcasing two map packs, the 2001 and the 2001 to 2002 one, with some exceptions. That's cause I want to squeeze more views out of you because I hate you. Starting off with C1A3_port. Do you know this old ass screenshot of common soldiers on one of the We've Got Hostiles Half-Life 1 maps? Well, yeah, this is it. Fully plastered with fresher Half-Life 2 beta textures, HGCU soldiers replaced with combat soldiers and charges with wood. Also in the canyon area, the lights are all funky. Overall, a pretty neat piece of history. 50 Antlands. Wow. Funnily enough, there's also a lamp to show off the cool reflectancy of the Antlands textures, which is probably the reason why this map was created in the first place. Sadly, these are just animated entities, not actual NPCs. Maybe that's for the better. I did count all the Antlands, and in fact there's 50 of them. Undeniable proof that Valve can count up to 50. Then there's its brother, 50 Assassins. Literally, just 50 models of the alien assassins. Sadly not the Combined Assassins. Again, confirmed by me, there's 50 of them. Fun fact for both maps, you can press E to stop their animation, which puts them out of sync from all the other Antlands or Assassins. Oh, terrible. Barrel Roll is one of the beta root cannon map. Oh, never mind. It is indeed one of the beta cannon maps, but it's filled with this gasoline-looking purple and green goo, which pushes around the whole fucking thing. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of barrels that ignore the pushes, meaning they do not even do the barrels, which is just false advertising. Not only that, there's more logs that they said rolling barrels. Terrible fucking map. Combine Launcher. A simple map with a machine of fucking mass destruction. It already takes me a while to rename all the entities of a duplicated group of shits in Hammer, let alone create something like this. Criminal. Crane 04 is a fully controllable crane on the X and Z axis. I sound so smart. It carries this engine block and is controlled by this panel that you need to press E to control. Kinda like how the card from Honor Rail works. Unsure why the joysticks are so jittery. Also, the same crane model is used for the lift in D31708 in the retail game. Hey, I made a video about that map. I'm gonna make a sequel soonish. Domino. Fucking amazing. Physics, spelled with an F, is a map comprised of a bunch of purely funny stuff that are possible with the engine's physics. There's a trebuchet, a trampoline thingamabob that you break your ankles on, a basic launcher with a bunch of props ranging from brushes to connected combines balls that you can just send flying, as well as a rope bridge and a spinning blade. Honestly, this shit is cool. While I was checking out this map, it was like 1 AM for me, and I felt like I was having the time of my life. Flame is an unsettling map. We need to kill an ugly manhack with an ice pick to then find the button. Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. You might recognize this as the Manhack Arcade, which it is. It's an old predecessor. If you're thinking, yes, it is absolutely unflammable. I hate you, son. Funk Tank Pulse Laser is just a plug that shoots out Stonewall's lasers at you, which hurt, my god. In the little house you spawn in, there's a suit charger high up on the wall, but it is merely just a trap for the player, as it is actually a bomb. I'll end the hallway. Unsure what did we do as humanity to anger the forces of this little guy, but I do not wanna fuck with him, that's for sure. Tell me now, Do you hate manhacks? Well, I do. And this is Hellhole, your personal hell of not just ordinary manhacks, but ugly manhacks, who are stuck in the ruthless cell. Never mind. I must say though, the beta sound of the manhacks was a lot of fucking. Industrial Light is, well, the opposite of Hellhole. It's heaven with an industrial light. There's also its brother, Light Prefable 1. Kick me too. What the fuck? And now we have the entire Looktests series, a bunch of maps that make use of perception. Starting with Looktests.bsp, a bunch of cool blocks that raise down the more you are focused at them. I truly have no other way to explain this. Looktest 2 is a smaller wall with the same blocks. Looktest 3 is a blocks, but they go horizontally instead. 3B, which just features a fast head grab. 4, which is free, but bigger. 5 has these gates like doors that rather open up based on how close you are to them instead of, well, you looking at them. False advertising once again. Looktest 6 is the, oh my god, it's the thing from the Bible. Looktest 7 is Squid Games. 8 is a fucky wacky hallway. And finally Looktest 9 is Unfair Cat Mario. False advertising still. Machine 2 is my favorite map. In front of you got this big contraption that moves its magnetic arms to carry a box around the entire thing, to later open it up, releasing 2 metal balls, then to only pick up one of them and send them down a slope to their fucking death. Really depressive. But simple or rather advanced things like this are so fucking cool. Like you can see how this later spiraled into the cremator factory, for example. Yes, the one with the children in it. Sad that tech like this isn't pretty much used anywhere in the retail game. Rest in peace, Machine 2. Also sad that as of this current second, Machine 1 does not exist. Manhack Playground starts in a beta wasteland with a lot of nooks and crannies, but more permanently, a combined tower with a fucker on top. Inside there's a button that activates the ugly ass drone POV once again, but since these aren't just tight corridors, it's a lot more enjoyable. And instead of gas mask citizens, you get to cut up endless combined soldiers. Material Test 01 is, well, pretty average to what we've been seeing so far, but it does have 2 sets of twin towers. Pachinko. I need to make an hour version of this. Pins has a perpetually spinning skittle thingamabob, and its end goal is to knock down all the pins at the bottom. It is recommended to push the spinning Beyblade thing towards the pins for maximum entertainment. Don't worry about the losing momentum, as like I said, it's humanity's first ever achieved perpetuum mobile. Now they only find a battery for it and we're golden. You thought Manhack Playground was literal FPV drone footage? I mean, I did, but still check out Player Missile, a map where you get to control rockets and fly them into innocent gas mask citizens and their swamp homes. There's also its sequel, Player Missile 2, where the gas mask citizens have set up advanced anti-missile defenses, which in order to cause war crimes you need to take care of first. Overall, the controls of the rockets feel very delayed, but in a good sense. It's like what you would expect in the war by listening to the Man to Dark Age with respawn systems. Scanner Playground greets us with the same rocky playground of the Manhack Playground, but with a scanner instead, that if it detects you... Oh no, Skittle! Oh hi, welcome back. Spinning was a bag, and now there's 2 of them, as well the paints are now relocated around the map, just like in the game. Skittle. Where these things kill. Now for the last 3 maps or series of maps I'll be covering. First, hub_test. Safe to say it's Valve's attempt at making an open world map, which, yeah, there's a bunch of contenders for that name. You start off somewhere in the wasteland with a buggy, go past a bunch of antlions and stumble upon the gate to Agartha, as I called it. To open it you need clearance. In the world of Half-Life 2, either owning a citizen suit or driving common machinery gives you clearance. So you follow a path to a garage house, you break into it coolly, and steal a textureless combined APC, which, yeah, you can drive. It is fucking slow though! But well, the gates to Agartha are open now, and instead of Yakub, there's shitty combined soldiers and unbreakable walls, and yet another gate. You need to get up some walls, fight a dozen or so soldiers, and open up the gates to leave Agartha, back into the wastelands. There you can find a gigantic exit sign. Okay, it finished. Funnily enough, this is the only map on this whole list that has an actual ending to it. Peculiar. Now, a fun fact about the drivable APC. It was a scrapped idea only because it was too slow. That's what it says in the Raising the Bar, the official book about Half-Life 2's development. As the PS, changing variables is a difficult task for Valve. Wow. Which is funny, because in retail Half-Life 2, as well Gmod, you can enter some APCs, and they're as fast as the buggy. Valve, you failed us. Now here's the CBCTV series, starting for whatever reason with CBCTV 2. CBCTV 3. CBCTV 4.
It's actually the same map.
CBCTV 5.
Fucking God.
And before we get into our last map on this list, I want to run through some honorable mentions. Bumpy Lifestyle, Bubble Wrap, Alpha Test 2, Pissballs, Blast Foodness, a collection of cool ass prefabs, Origin Test, a predecessor to Barrel Roll where the barrels just sink to the bottom, Test Win 3, oh my god I got an aura, Grub 2, and the Eye Borealis for having a possessed E300 soldier. My man. Finally, our last map, Crap! .psp. I fucking hate this. Well, that's it. Before you comment that I forgot about some map, keep in mind I do want to make this into a series. And no, it's not because I hate you, it's just I had little time to make this video. Yeah, even though it took me a while to upload, so a mini-series it is. I'd like to thank again the Half-Life 2 Beta Mega Build team and the one epic player from it for helping me out, and Kita for the APC footage. As well my YouTube supporters, Hashok and 44, and Discord server boosters, Hashok again, Linux, Dozit, Dr. Strong, and Tia. Also thank you for watching.